No school can turn around and say, we are the best school for...
So all secure?
Yep.
I would consider boarding for my son age 12.
But it is a unique experience for their...
It's really tough. I'm really homesick.
A really intimate relationship.
That's why I travel and I visit schools.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here today.
Boarding school education abroad has grown significantly in popularity over the past 20 years. With an increasing number of new boarding schools opening worldwide, more students are now living on campus while completing their education. Yet many parents still feel a great deal of anxiety about sending their children to boarding schools, whether it's before or during the process. In this video, my colleague Adil from Maryadi discusses the topic of parental anxiety with members of one of the UK's most renowned boarding schools, EF Academy, Oxford. And he'll start with the head of school.
But do you think sending your kids in such a young age, 10, it's quite young, kind of separates them, parents and families with their children? That's what some parents worry about, you know?
What I always say to is all young people are different, and I'm the youngest of three. Now I went to boarding school with my older brother. We both started at the same time, and my sister, who is 4 years older than me, she came much later. She came at age 16 because for her it wasn't right. She didn't want to. For me, it did. So I would say it's completely different. It depends on who you are, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. And I looked after, I ran numerous boarding houses for years and years and years. And people always thought that it was the younger ones that would be homesick. Yeah, but it was what I always found was your age is irrelevant. I remember having 17-year-old boys sat in my office saying it's really tough, I'm really homesick, and having 10-year-old boys saying brilliant, fantastic. So it's like all of it, and I think what's so important as well is different young people suit different schools. No school can turn around and say, we are the best school for the... all schools are the best schools for individual students.
Logical.
That what their needs are, what their passions are, how they want to be stimulated, how they want to be challenged. So with regard to the boarding, for some, yes, it definitely suits them at a young age. For others, no. We're 16 plus, and I like that age range because I think it's a very good age to, start
young
the journey.
adults, yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
If my kids were not born in UK, I would consider boarding for my son age 12, but for my daughter, 13, 14.
Exactly.
Because they're different.
They're different.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
What made your parents send you to school, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it was... I think they definitely wanted to...
They realized the benefits as well.
Yeah, I think they wanted all of us to have that sort of independent school education. I think it was looking for the right school. And I remember sort of going to a number of different schools and sitting a number of sort of different entry tests, to sort of... I think they got the sense of the school when they actually walked around, because they were looking for one for sort of effectively all three children.
That's why I travel and I visit schools.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here today.
Exactly.
There will be a campus tour.
Yeah.
It's an interview with students. Follow the links in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is. And I think they got it right, because we were all successful. We all enjoyed it. Although sort of my sister started much later, but she started at the right time for her.
Sending your child to a boarding school can be an emotional and challenging decision. Parents often experience a mix of excitement for their child's opportunities and anxiety about the transition. Here are some practical ways to manage and reduce parental anxiety during this process. First, understanding the school's environment, academic programs, and support systems can help ease worries. Second, discuss your child's feelings about boarding school openly. Third, connect with the school community. Most boarding schools offer parent networks or support groups. Fourth, focus on the benefits. Remind yourself and your child of the positive aspects. Fifth, trust the school's expertise. Boarding schools are experienced in helping students adjust to a new environment.
I always encourage our clients, parents, to come and visit as well if they can. Do you think it's a good idea?
100%. I don't. For the reason is that you'll see all schools have got websites and printed literature and brochures, and we're stood next to the sign here. But it is, if you want to feel a school, and it makes such a difference, because even now I could be sit here saying anything. But it's when we met the other week and I said, please come into school, it's because I know full well when you visit a school, you will get the sense of what's it like. Are the students studious? Are they working? How do they respond to you when you walk past somebody? And for parents, what I think when I visit schools is these are potentially my children's friends. What are they like? Do they think they would fit in? Can I imagine them sort of running off and going and sort of making friends quickly, enjoying themselves? I also think as well that we know our children, and I know my children's passions. I know what they enjoy. I know what they don't enjoy. I know the lessons they enjoy. And I always say to parents, talk to the teachers. If your daughter is particularly sort of loves maths and just wants to do maths, talk to the maths teacher. And one thing for me is, my eldest daughter is always sort of saying, I don't feel well, or I've got this, or sort of, sometimes what she wants is she just wants a sort of a cuddle or an arm around her. I would want to talk to sort of, the boarding team and say, who would do that? And so you can't do that via Zoom, and you can't do it via a website.
For sure, yeah.
Dear parents, if you're considering sending your child abroad to study but don't have the chance to visit the school yourself, there's no need to worry. You can rely on us. We've done it for you. At Maryadi, we know every detail about the schools we recommend to our clients. Why? Because we've visited each one in person. If we recommend a school, it's because we've been there, inspected the facilities, tried the food, and met the staff. Get in touch with us for your consultation using any of the contact options listed in the description below the video.
You've been part of admission team. All the stuff with you again. What advice or maybe recommendation you can give to parents, worrying parents? Well, should I do it, or should I send my child? Whoa, don't worry.
If the parents worry?
Yeah.
Well, of course we do experience that the parents worry, but it is a unique experience for their children. And they do get that experience to get to know so many different nationalities. And also, especially here, the kids are already 16, so at some point they will have to leave the nest. So it's a great period to start and to get mature. And
young adults.
They are.
Yeah, and it's really difficult to start university life, jumping from like a household kind of life, isn't it? So it's like a bridge.
It's a good bridge and good preparation to get into university life later.
So not to worry. What about the children which worry about their language skills, for instance? Any advice?
In Norway, we're quite lucky because
yes,
there's a
check out my English.
Fairly good, generally speaking. So that for us, that's quite good.
Okay.
We have our own FSET test, which all of our students can take, and I think we're around like 70 to 80 out of 100, which is fairly good. So they're strong when they come. But Debbie here in Oxford, I don't know if you agree when it comes to like the IB level of English, but it's certainly improved.
Let's ask Polish ladies the same question. Yeah, do your kids worry before coming to UCS?
Some of them, yes. However, they kind of similar to, maybe not like this level as Norway, but I think like they have pretty decent level of English. But if they don't, and if we have time, we advise them to like take some additional classes, language courses to get before cramming, yes. And then we can like check again, like in 3-6 months, to check the English level again, if it's good enough, like, because we wouldn't like them to struggle during classes here. So we want them to have like a really good experience, and they will be learning, like, I don't know, biology, history, maths, and English. So, the vocabulary and everything they need to acquire quite,
We are unfair for them, but still the academy offers that language support while they're here as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and also, like, once you come here, then you just, you soak the language, you just, jump in, dive in, and it's just, coming,
Transition.
Of course, we can't overlook the topic of safety on the EF Academy Oxford campus. Students receive detailed safety training and behavior guidelines, and the school grounds are fully enclosed and monitored 24/7 by CCTV. There's even a special app for tracking students' whereabouts.
So I'm guessing this is a boarding house.
This is one of the boys. So this is boys.
So all secure.
Yep. So here, what I'll explain more about this as we walk around, but we use the Aura app. I know other schools do as well. So students signing in and out, what they would do is that they go onto their app, and then when they're signing into the building, as opposed to sort of in the old days, we used to do, like on a sheet of paper. What they do now is they just click on that.
Cool.
And there it comes up, and it'll say where they are into their app. And you can see here,
Every building they go into, and
no, so it's basically whether or not they come into the campus or whether they come into the res buildings, but they don't know. There's lots of tiles everywhere, and I'll show you. I'll point them out as we go around.
Okay.
But they don't have to do it sort of every single time. This is signing in and out of a building, so we know that they're safe.
Clever.
And you'll see and you'll see that they are all over the place.
Speed limit.
So this is more of tapping the tile. So this here is when students come back in, they have to tap the tile to sign back in. And this is the house parents. What they will do is to welcome them around campus, just to make sure you've tapped in. They'll stop you and then they'll let you move on to make sure you're tapping the tile.
This is so clever.
Yeah.
And what's the policy of students going out? And
students can go out, but they have to tap the tile, sign in and sign out.
Okay.
So we know exactly where they are. And we have a curfew at sort of 10 o'clock.
Curfew at 10.
Obviously, there's study time in the evenings. But yes, it's all about making sure you know that where the students are and that they're safe. And we do that by...
So if someone doesn't come to the campus by 10, what happens?
We've got a whole procedure. So there
Helicopters.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
There's a whole procedure. So you start by literally going through, and there's you phone them, you ask their friends to contact them, sort of to see where they are. We can certainly say where they last actually sort of tapped in or tapped out. And if I'm honest with you, it's very, 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 I think...
Doesn't happen often.
I mean, this is my 26th year, and it's only ever happened once. So, yes, it's very, very, very rare.
Because kids, they feel responsible. You give them this responsibility? You think so as young adults? Yes. And they feel responsible.
I think as well, what's true to say is that the students that may do that, there might be sort of other wider issues. And what we do is we make sure that we know about those other wider issues and are supporting the students prior to something like that happening.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
There we are.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Perfect example.
Captain. Okay.
Captain.
Captain. Ding.
Perfect example.
Okay, 5 miles per hour.
5 miles per hour.
By the way, Adil has 2 children of his own. They're currently studying at private day schools in England, but they'll soon be moving to boarding schools. If you're curious why Adil, while living in England, is planning to send his children to boarding schools, I'm sure he'll be happy to share his reasons with you during your consultation. But while parents have their opinions, how do students themselves feel about these changes? Let's hear it directly from them.
Is it your first boarding experience?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah? What do you think so far? Home away from home or not really?
I think it is kind of like a new home away from home. And I don't really feel homesick often. So I feel like the environment really helps with that. Because we're all really close. So there's a really intimate relationship between us, the house parents, the staff in general. So they never make you feel out of place. You always know that you have someone to talk to if you need to. And also the living experience, because we all live in the same building. Obviously, not all of us, but like boys and girls live in 2 different buildings, but we're all together.
You have this space.
Yeah, we have
That's why
space.
evenings you come all here.
Not all of us, but you can come here in the evenings, and there's a few people. But also, like, if you just want to hang out with someone, you can go to the room and just stay there for a few hours and enjoy your time together.
If someone wants to add something, you are welcome. So don't keep quiet. You all agree?
Yeah.
Hey friends, don't miss our other interviews with both students and representatives of EF Academy.
I gotta check this out.
This episode has come to an end, and we hope your perspective on sending your children to boarding schools abroad has changed, replacing anxiety with confidence. Do you have any questions? Get in touch and we'll be sure to answer them. Subscribe, like, and stay tuned for our new episodes. You'll find links to all our channels in the description. Thanks for watching and see you soon.